I have a question for all of us. Before I play for you this clip, I want you to answer me this question. Why do you think that when someone collapses and then an ambulance is called, then the person is placed into an ambulance, and then this ambulance is rushing this person to the hospital to save life? Now, why do you think that ambulance do not observe traffic rules? Rather, maybe the traffic lights and all that, it does not observe that. Why do you think that? Why is it that an ambulance can even get out of its lane and go to another lane that is not supposed to be using, and with sirens, and every other car would stop so that the ambulance could pass? The ambulance that is rushing someone who is almost losing life does not observe traffic rules. Tell me that in the comment section. Once upon a time, I played for you this clip. It is in my videos that I've done. I played for you this clip some time ago. Let's check it out.
The impact Burkina Faso have made. And we are sitting here and we were talking nonsensical madness against that. He's a coup maker. He took gun and came to power. Those of you who have not taken gun, what have you been able to achieve? A month ago, this young man commissioned a tomato factory, $12 million. You people said you were building a dam with $12 million. Where is the dam? Where is your dam? This young man is a sensible human being. Sensible human being. And he is working. The people feel he is some kind of an idol. The work where oma undiska obekum onem obebo wutiri mutu. He will shoot you in the head. Try and chop money in the government of this young man. Obasa uno seni tu obana. Yeah. Mo motiro na mure yina samosa ye hufu okam. And we allow somebody with a gun to come close to our president. Soldier for the police for now Independence Square. We are not chumododo. You are too much hypocritical people. Hey, young man, Kosuya Wajuma. Continue your work. Tiana and Sewuno Kikane Mode. A young man can build tomato factory, build schools. He has shut his doors. Someone say ECOWAS. I didn't care about your ECOWAS. Now, look at. A leader comes and invites this young man. He's seeing that this young man. But you're imagining too fast. I haven't said, I am only pointing my head. Sorry, Apple. Sorry.
Now, Ibrahim Traoré is like an ambulance that is called to save life. Someone gets an accident, or rather, someone gets a health problem, and then the only thing that can be called to save this person is an ambulance to take him and rush them to the hospital. So Ibrahim Traoré is like an ambulance that is coming to save life. And therefore, this ambulance does not observe traffic rules and all those things. That is why you'd find out when it gets to where there is a red traffic light, instead of stopping like other cars, it keeps on moving because it's saving lives. So it goes against the rules and all that for it to be able to save a life. So Ibrahim Traoré wanted to save Burkina Faso, and he wanted to save Africa. So even if it's by the use of the gun, even if it's going against the constitution, he had to do it because he was saving the nation that was dying. He came to save the continent that is dying. So it doesn't matter whichever the ways he's going to use. But he's going to use every single way possible to make sure the country and the nation is being saved. The same way an ambulance would go against the traffic rules is the same way Ibrahim Traoré would go against the constitution and all those things you're telling us to be able to save life, even if it's by the use of gun. But he is saving the nation. That is what matters. I sit here today to condemn people who are walking around with rumors that Burkina Faso is being led by criminals or by people who took the government through coup d'etat, or people who took the government through the guns, and so it's unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional. It's not democratic. Like, I don't know, we are fools or we don't have sense. I don't know. Because if you're someone who can just sit somewhere and begin telling people, or begin just saying that, Burkina Faso was taken through a coup d'etat, and it is being led by people who are criminals because they whatever they did was unconstitutional, are you mad? Are you out of your mind? And the same person who is talking about those kind of things is someone with whom his government, or rather his country, has nothing. Nothing. I had some time President William Ruto saying that something has happened in Burkina Faso, something that is not right, something that is not supposed to be done, because for quite some time Africa has been a continent that we have been observing and following a democracy. We've struggled so much to build democracy. Democracy, my foot. What democracy are you talking about? What democracy are you talking about? The same guy was shooting the youths on the road when they were demonstrating against the finance bill. He's the same person who is standing before the crowd and telling people whatever has happened in Burkina Faso is something that we don't even encourage in Africa, because we've struggled so much to build democracy. We've struggled so much to you're definitely out of your mind. You're definitely out of your mind. If you can stand right now, today, and begin saying that Burkina Faso is being led by criminals, or it's being led by people who took the government by force, they are leading the government by the gun. You are a president. You're telling people, I cannot allow this president to come to my country because I can't allow someone who is leading the country through the gun to come to my country. You are stupid. You are definitely out of your mind. Do you know why you are out of your mind? You are out of your mind because the person you are accusing of leading the country by the gun, he is the person who right now, if we want to compare the people who have really built their countries for the last 2-3 years, it is him. He comes at number one. In 2 years' time, the man has built factories in Burkina Faso, cement factory, tomato factory, detergents factory. In 2 years' time, the man is struggling to pay off the loans. Burkina Faso right now is the one and the only country that is paying his loans almost to the end. You are having loans in your countries, you can't even be able to pay it. If they want to come and take that loan, you can't even pay it. And you have a loan as big as your country. They can even take all the members of all the citizens in your country and take them into slavery so they can be able to work and pay the loans. And you opening your big mouth and speaking anyhow. You puppets. You need to wake up and stop thinking like people who don't know what they are doing. You're being driven and ruled like kids, and you don't care. You think what you're doing is right. Nobody should ever condemn Ibrahim Traoré. I feel very bad when something like that happens. I really feel very, very bad. I feel very bad. If you feel like whatever I'm saying is useless, or rather whatever I'm speaking is you can come out and say anything you want to say. But at the end of the day, good people must be respected. I have had in different occasions People saying, it is not right to rule a country through coup. Like it's not right to take the government by force. So, someone said, okay, some rules and some things to follow is just stupidity. It's foolishness. Even if it's against the constitution. But people are dying. Would you rather be led by people, by militaries who are leading the country by the gun? Or would you rather let people die in your country because you want to follow constitution? This is a clone of democracy. This is a democracy that is an empty bag. There is nothing inside. Foolish democracy is what you're telling us. You're killing people in your countries, you puppets, and you're calling yourself democratic countries. Children are dying with anger. Parents do not have food. They can't even afford food. They can't take their children to school. Your hospitals are bad. Patients are dying because there is no medicines in your hospitals. You're calling yourself democratic countries. You are out of your minds. You're supposed to change because what you're doing is not good at all. And that is why even if you come to Kenya today, when anywhere the president goes, people are singing Ruto must go, Ruto must go, Ruto must go. Even if he attends, yesterday we had a match between Kenya and Gabon at Kasarani Stadium here in Kenya. And Mr. President, when he came in, people were singing Ruto must go, Ruto must go, Ruto must go, Ruto must go. Kenya is scoring a goal. Instead of people celebrating, they are singing Ruto must go, Ruto must go, Ruto must go. And you're calling yourself a democratic country. Because people are tired with you. They are tired with what you're doing. They are tired with how you're leading this country. They are tired with how corrupt you are. They are tired with the bad things you're doing. They are very tired, by the way. They're very tired. That is why everywhere they would sing Ruto must go. Because you're leading them so badly. You are corrupt. You're calling yourself democratic countries. People are stealing votes to get into the government. In Uganda, Museveni has failed many times, but he keeps on coming back to the government because they keep on rigging elections. They are calling themselves a democratic country. Democratic country is my foot. What is democratic countries? You're telling me democratic countries? Even in South Africa, Julius Malema has been winning sometimes. He has good numbers. Why is it that he has never become the president of South Africa? It's because there is no transparency. During elections, you're calling yourself democratic countries. You're just fooling people around so that people could understand or could know you're a democratic country, and yet you're not. There is nothing like democracy in your countries. Then you have the guts to stand before people and telling people Burkina Faso is being led by guns, and therefore we cannot allow a president like Ibrahim Traoré to come to our countries, or I cannot shake hands with a president who is leading the country by the gun. Ibrahim Traoré, wherever you are, don't even try to shake hands with these foolish presidents and foolish puppets. They will transmit to you their bad diseases. They will infect you with their bad disease of corruption and killing people and greediness and foolishness, because I don't think if they have anything in mind. What do you feel when people are dying in your countries and you cannot do anything? What do you think? What do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel when children are dying? How do you feel when you're living in a country where when floods come, they go to school, they sweep away children's are like everything is destroyed. You can't even do anything. You can't do anything. How do you feel when in your country, children are learning from outside because you cannot be able to build schools? Some schools are even broken down because they are very old and you don't care. You're calling yourself a democratic country. A democratic leader. A leader who's following democracy. Democracy is a piece of shit. Take that democracy out of our way. We don't want that democracy. In fact, today, any person who can be able to lead, if you know you are able to lead this country in a better way, or in the best way possible than how our puppet presidents are leading these countries, take over that country. Whether it's through anything, it doesn't matter. Take over that country, lead that country in the right way, because at the end of the day, you'll be helping people. We want people who have got the interests of people, not living like the world belongs to you. Other people do not matter. You matter. Those others don't matter to you. It is so sad. It's very sad. It's very sad that youths can decide now, let us start stealing. The youths become thieves around. They're really causing chaos in the society, in the community. People don't sleep because of youths who are unemployed. And they're not doing that because they want to do that. They're doing that because unemployment is at a very high number. A lot of them, they are unemployed. They need food, they need rent, they need school fees, they need everything they cannot get because they don't have jobs. What do? They end up being thieves, stealing from people in the community everywhere, day and night. People can no longer walk peacefully because anytime you come out, anything you carry, it has been stolen. Our children are going to schools. They're going to the universities. When they come out with their papers, there is no jobs. What do? They end up being hustlers. And because of that frustration, they end up being thieves. And you are in a country, you're calling yourself, we are a democratic country. That democracy, keep it for yourself. You're madmen. You're madmen, I'm telling you. All African puppets are madmen. I'm telling you the truth. They're mad. That's madness. That is a mind it's a mind that is affected. Ibrahim Traoré is the best president in the world right now. Even here in Africa, you so-called democratic presidents, even here in Africa, there is no any single president who can be compared by Ibrahim Traoré today, as younger as he is. Some of you are old, but you're not old enough to see you're being used by the Western governments. You're not old enough to see you're being used by the imperialists. You're not old enough to see that you're supposed to be helping your people, not helping outsiders. You need to grow up. Stop behaving like poor, immature. For how long will you be stealing from us? You're imposing high taxes on us. People are suffering, and you're calling yourself democratic countries. You're calling yourself, we're following democracy, we're following constitution. You're definitely out of your mind. I am the African Streamline. Adios, muchachos.